Hi everyone, welcome back to Pine Hollow Auto Diagnostics. Today we have a 2009 Honda Accord that was dropped off. Customer complaint, the airbag light's on. That's it, just the airbag light. It's a virgin car, no one's messed with it. So let's jump in, scan it for codes, and see why this warning light's on. It's a very clean car, only 94,000 miles. There's the airbag light, and it's on all the time. Customer said just one day he went to the store, came back out, started the car, airbag light's on, and it's been on ever since for a few weeks. So obviously we'll start with a code scan, and I'm surprised to see in the airbag module no DTCs. We can go in here. It talks, apparently. Read fault code, no trouble code, everything's great. Module information, okay. Let's see if there are any other fault codes set in any of the other modules. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 modules in this 2009 Accord. Just one code. BCM, gauge control module, lost communication with SRS unit. Current. That's interesting. We can try to delete the code. There it is. If we clear fault code, okay, read fault code, no trouble code. So I cycle the key off, cycle the key back on. So the airbag light should turn off if the system's okay. It's staying on. Go back to BCM. Read fault code. No trouble code. So why is this airbag light staying on? That's the question of the day. Let's read the airbag codes one more time. No trouble code. Okay. Shut the vehicle off, let it go to sleep. Let's start it. Airbag light's still on. Let's scan it one more time with the BCM. Still no trouble codes. So this is interesting. Very weird customer complaint. It's obviously reproducible. The warning light's on. I'm wondering if the cluster itself is on the network. Let's at least look up that code, see what's going on. Alright, so in the airbag menu here, I want to just look at some live data. Not much to work with. No DTCs. You go into parameter information. There's SCS MES indicator. I don't know what SCS is. SRS indicator on. It's definitely on. Passenger side airbag cutoff indicator off. Passenger's front airbag cutoff indicator off. Front left seat belt buckle, front right seat belt buckle, and driver's position sensor. These all say short. What does that even mean? So let's try to buckle the seat belt. That's the passenger one. Nothing changed. Let's try putting in the driver's one. Nothing changed. Seat position sensor. Go forward and back. Nothing's changing here. So this is very strange. We could try a different scanner just to see if, you know, no scanner's perfect. But if there's a problem, wouldn't this module set a trouble code? No trouble codes, but yet the airbag light is on. Have you guys ever seen anything like this? And we can talk to it with the scanner, which I find even crazier. Now the BCM had that code that it lost communication with the airbag module. I'm wondering if that came back. It's been a little while. No trouble code. So let me back out of here, do another smart scan. So I want it to start from scratch, and we'll see if anything comes up. This is kind of weird. Well, nope, no codes at all in the entire car. Airbags are happy, BCM's happy, but the airbag light is still on. Let's look up that code that was in history, or it said current in the BCM, but now after I cleared it, it's not coming back. That U code. Alright, here we go. On all data, U0151, gauge control module, lost communication with SRS unit. If you are troubleshooting multiple DTCs, be sure to follow the instructions in BCAN system diagnostic test mode. Check for DTCs. We have no DTCs. Turn ignition switch to lock, then back to on. Wait for 6 seconds. Check for DTCs with the HCS. Is DTC U0151 indicated? Yes. Go to step 5. No intermittent failure. System is okay at this time. If we had the code, in the airbag module, no DTC is indicated, so go to step 6, turn the lock, do the battery terminal disconnection procedure, disconnect the gauge control module 32-pin connector, disconnect the airbag unit, and check for continuity between gauges or pins 2930 and 16 and 17. Is there continuity? If there is, substitute a no-good airbag unit and recheck. If the indication goes away, replace the original airbag unit. If the DTC is still present, replace the gauge control module. Wow! So, on the information bus, we have our gauge control module, and that's on the B CAN and the F CAN, so there's 2 networks in this vehicle. And the SRS unit is on the F CAN, and there's also a K line, and the K lines, these blue wires, go to pin 7 of the DLC. So even if the CAN was offline, we could still talk to this thing with a scanner. Maybe that's what's going on. I'm not sure. You would think that would set a code, right? What's the next step here? Look at wiring diagram for the supplemental restraint. We could pull fuses 11 and 12. They're hot and run or start. There are no battery positive feeds to the airbag module, just ignition feeds. So pulling those fuses wouldn't, we could pull them out, turn the key on, scan for codes, see if this thing is completely offline, see what codes are being set, and kind of go from there. So otherwise we're going to have to go to the module, maybe scan the communication lines. This is just bizarre. Alright, so here we go. Fuses 11 and 12 are out, and I took the side panel off. There's the airbag module, so we have access to that. So now airbag is offline, and BCM says, there he is, gauge control module lost communication with SRS. That's the code we had before. Like, how do you explain that? Let's turn the key off. Let's. I just want to unplug these, do a visual inspection on the unit. All right, so airbag module is disconnected. I'm looking at all the pins. They look perfect. No green crusties. No anything at all. That'll give us a clue. So I'm just going to plug it back in, reinstall the fuses, rescan the car. Alright, here we go. Key on. Airbag light's still on. Smart scan. Alright, so next thing I want to do is actually unplug one of the airbag components and see if that module is capable of setting a code. I found a yellow connector right here under the driver's seat. Light blue and yellow wire. This thing is equipped with side airbags. So on the wiring diagram, light blue and yellow wire is under driver's seat, side airbag inflator. So I unplugged that, rescanned it for codes, and look, there are no codes at all. How is this possible? So is the airbag module toast? No trouble codes, even though we have the inflator unplugged. It's online, it talks, you know, powers and grounds. Obviously has power if it talks, and ground, but we can check. So connector A, 26, 27, 28, 29. Let's just check that, and then it needs a new airbag module. Completely bizarre. Alright, so powers and grounds. We have two ignition powers, pins 26 and 27, two grounds, 28 and 29. So yellow, red, black, and black. What are the connector views? So this is connector A. 26 is yellow or blue. 27 is red or blue. 28 is black or blue. 29 is black or blue. So this is connector A. It's just green, brown, and blue wires. So the first four blue wires, we're looking for pins 26, 27, 28, and 29. 26 and 27, the first two blue wires are powers. 28, 29, the second two blue wires should be a ground. I've never seen four identical wires be different things, but here we are. So test light from battery ground, the first two wires are indeed ignition power. If we turn the key off, you know, that power is fine. This power is fine. Now, let's connect test light to battery power. If it finds a ground, it'll be the third and fourth blue wires in this row. So third blue wire, yep, sure enough we have a good ground. Fourth blue wire, we have a good ground. As expected, this module is junk. It's not setting codes. It's turning on the airbag light for no reason. It says short on all of the seat belt sensors. It's just bizarre. So maybe the last thing you want to do is unplug a seat belt sensor just to see if that data pin changes or not. But we're going to take a picture of that part number, try to go on eBay and find the used module. No programming required, just plug and play. Well, we're going to do it the easy way. So since all of the powers, grounds, and communication lines are on connector A, let's just unplug connector B and turn the key on. This thing should set like 10 codes at least for all of the inflators. It won't be able to talk to the passenger seat, occupant sensor, seat belt buckles, you name it. So I did that, unplugged connector B, turned the key on, airbag light's on, and we scan for codes, and we just have two codes that says no signal from the ODS unit. That's the only thing this module is fussing about. How about that? It doesn't care about seatbelt buckles, inflators, nothing. Insane. Never seen this kind of failure before, but I'm 100% sure that the module's at fault. Since it has powers, grounds, it can talk, but it can't set codes. It's just, the brain's fried. So we're going to get one on eBay. Hopefully the customer approves the repair, and we'll plug it in. Hopefully it fixes his car. There could be other codes, there could be faults in the system, but in this case, we need to start with a known good module, and this module is definitely bad. Alright, here's our prize. So 1, 2, 3 Torx bolts. There's the part number, model number right there. Zoom in on that. Original module. Let's try to locate one on eBay. Back to the 2009 Honda Accord from eBay. We have this used airbag module. Let's make sure the part numbers match up exactly, and they do. So let's plug this one in, install it on the vehicle, and turn on the key, scan it for codes, see if the airbag system comes back online. Alright, so the replacement airbag module is plugged in. Airbag light is still on. Let's scan it for codes. So we have two different codes now. Internal failure of the ODS unit, that's the occupant detection system, and it's kind of same code there. And then the BCM says lost comm with SRS, and then TPMS says tire 1 low air pressure, tire 2 low air pressure. Let's clear all the DTCs out, see if those are hard faults.
Look who I found.
Okay, so in this replacement airbag module, I'm looking up the data pits for the seatbelt buckles, and they're actually reading appropriately, so we definitely made the right call on the bad module. Remember before they're all saying short, so if I buckle the passenger seat, yep, that works fine. Let's try the driver's seat. That works fine. If you remember, we didn't have a problem with the occupant detection system before, so I think what we need to do here is in the special function, we need to initialize these sensors. So right here it says invalid, invalid, invalid. Take a picture of that. Go back. Special function. We have OPDS initialization, SWS initialization, and ODS unit initialization. So let me look up service info, exactly which things we need to do here, and I think we're almost done. Alright, so for 8164 and 8564 we need to initialize the ODS unit, and the procedure here is doing this procedure. A new initialized faulty OPDS sensor would cause these DTCs, so just do it in the scanner. So let's go try that on the car. Alright, back in the car, let's go into airbags. We'll do that initialization procedure. Special functions. ODS unit initialization. Let's try it. So these are not the correct DTCs. So there's OPDS initialization, seat weight sensor initialization, and ODS unit initialization. Well, let's try it. Let's turn the ignition switch off. Wait 10 seconds. Turn the ignition switch on. Wait 10 seconds. Press OK. Wait 8 seconds. Operation in progress. Wait 10 seconds. has been completed. Okay. Reformer station, probably disconnect during service. Okay. SWS initialization must be performed whenever any of the following parts are replaced. Well, we didn't replace any of these. Seat back must be in a vertical position. Only the driver's seat may be occupied by the operator. Check that nothing is placed on the front passenger seat. So let's make sure that the seat back is in the full upright position. There we go. Okay. Turn ignition switch off. Wait 10 seconds. Turn ignition switch on. Wait 10 seconds. Our passenger airbag indicator came back on. That's good. Press OK. Wait 8 seconds. Operation in progress. Okay. Has been completed. Okay. Obtain a weight of known given value to input on the following screen. So we need a known weight. I can grab a dumbbell or something. 1 to 453 kilograms. Alright, so we got some dumbbells in the seat. We got a 10 pounder, 10 and 15. So that's 20, 35 pounds. If you want it to go to kilograms, divide by 2.2. 15.9 kilograms, so we'll say 16 kilograms. Okay. Okay. Drive the vehicle and accelerate to 20 miles an hour. Alright, well, we gotta go drive it now. First day of winter, kind of. It's middle of November. We got this cold front, so accelerate to 20 miles an hour. This will hit okay. Stop the vehicle on level ground. Okay. Okay. Normal. Is that it? Airbag lights off. I think we're done. So, airbag module just randomly went bad on its own on this 2009 Honda Accord. Diagnosis was, we did need to check some things because it was talking to the scanner, but the cluster said it wasn't talking. The live data was messed up. A good thing to do is unplug some of the sensors and see if it sets codes. It did not set any codes. So now, if we read fault codes, there should be no code stored. Beautiful. So we're done. Everything's green now. You can buckle the there we go. That's good. Awesome. So, guaranteed repair. Hopefully this one lasts a while. Thanks all for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.